Today we're going to make a 10 by 15 multiplication table. We're going to graph it and do some conditional formatting just so we know how to do formulas so we're ready for tomorrow's assignment. So these guys are going to be a little bit wide, so I'm going to make them narrower. So check it out. I can go in this way and I can make them narrow. I can do that to all of them, right? So I'll click on this guy. I'll do the same. Or I can just look at this, click on a cell, click on a column, click on a row, click on everything. So once I have everything selected, now I can go and make one of them and all of them will be the same size. Very good. So on this guy, I'm going to leave this guy blank. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got to be a better way to do that since it's always the same. So if I go in on this guy, remember this guy's B1, right? So I go into this guy. Anytime I'm going to do a formula, I just do an equal sign. So equal sign means I'm going to do a formula. So I want this guy, B1, plus 1. Yeah. So now if I go in and click, one more, 15 of them. Bam. Whoa, 15 of them. Delete. So you can see this guy was B1 plus 1. This guy is C1 plus 1, D1. So it automatically goes in and updates all of these. I also want to go in and format it. Click on the row. Bam. I want bold. And then also, look, I want it in the center. Very good. If I wanted to, I could also align it vertically in the center. Doesn't really matter on this one. So now I'm going to do the same. I'll go on this guy. I'll go 1. And then I could do the formulas. I'm going to show you another way to do this. On this guy, since I have 1, 2, I can go in and click on it. Control, click on that guy. And now drag it down. Bam. So it automatically would have updated these guys. So if I go in, click on this guy. So this goes away. 2, 3. So it automatically knew what I wanted to do. Again, on these guys, I'm going to go in and I'm going to make them bold. What? Did that not work? Let's try it again. I want these guys to be bold. There we go. I don't know what happened. Okay, so now we're going to, let me also paint these a nice color. Go in and do a fill color. Bam. Do a fill color on this guy. Bam. Okay, so now I'm ready to put my formula in. So 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. So I could manually go in and do all this, or again, I can use formulas. So on this guy, I want this guy. Get rid of this guy, as you can see. So I'll go equals this guy times that guy. Bam. So that worked, right? But C does not work here. So this guy updated B2, which is this guy, times C1, 2. So this would be correct, right? But if I go into this guy, it goes C2 times this guy. So I want this guy to remain stationary, but I want this guy to change. So there is a way to do that, but just to show you kind of how to do it consistently, I'm going to do it the kind of the longer way. So I go this guy, I want 1 times this guy. So that's 1, right? Now I can drag it out. On this guy, I want 2. Whoa, I got to go equal sign, equals 2 times this guy. Drag it out. This guy, I want 3 times this guy. Whoa, I need an equal sign, equals 3 times this guy. Drag it out. Whoa, I don't want the last one. Equals 4 times this guy, bam, equals 5 times this cell. Halfway done, equals 6 times this guy, equals 7 times that guy, equals 8 times this guy, equals 9. Whoa, that's not a 9. 9 times that guy. And finally equals 10 times this guy. Whoa, Houston, we got a problem. Let's try it again. Equals 10 times that guy. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, and again, that's an easier way to do this, but then you wouldn't get used to putting the formulas in, and it would kind of not make a lot of sense. Okay, so now that we have that, we want to graph this. So I go in and I go find the graph, select all of this, and I want to graph it. Okay, that is not a pretty graph right here, as you can see. It doesn't make a lot of sense other than it gets bigger. So I'll go in and I'll do a line graph, bam. I don't know what I'm graphing here, so check it out. For the x-axis, I'm just going to pick the A column right here, bam. So now you can see it goes in. And then these guys, I don't know what it is I'm graphing, so I go in and I'll go down, use row 1 as headers. Bam, so I gotta have something in row 1. Bam. So now I can actually see what it is I'm graphing. Let's add a title to it. It's gotta have viewer name in it. So let's go on the title. So Stargard's multiplication table. Bam, very good. Okay, good. So now I have accomplished all of that. So I have, I can't move it. So I have my multiplication table, and I have my graph on my multiplication. It's a linear graph. How about that? Probably learned that in math. So the last thing I'm going to show you is how to do conditional formatting. So I can go into a cell and I can make it certain colors if certain conditions exist. So I'll go in on this guy and I'll go format. I'll do conditional formatting. So on all of these guys, if the cell is not empty, turn it green. That's not what I want. Okay, so I can go if the text contains a, let's go, 5. Now anything with a 5 is selected, right? I can go in, and this applies to A1 to the 1000. So I don't want A1, I want B1 on this guy. B1. And I also want, yeah, let's see what happens if I do it that way. Yeah. I really don't want this guy, right, in row 1, so let's go B2. Bam. So now it's only formatted in this, right? So if it contains a 5. So I'm going to go if it ends with a 5. Bam. So any number that ends with a 5 is this color right now. I can do another one. So we're going to go in and save this guy. Done with this guy. Bam. And I can also go in and do another one. So I'll go in and I'll go format, conditional formatting. add another rule, and again we're going to start at B2, and it's not if it's not empty. So I can do all these different things, right? Equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, um, ends with, does not contain. So let's go in, and if it doesn't have a 5, if it does not contain a 5, we are going to turn it red. Yeah. So now I go in, ooh, and I don't want this. See, like it made everything this way. So I'll go in, instead of Z1000, the last cell is P11. P11. Yeah. So now, whoa. Now I have my formula, right? So basically everything that doesn't have a 5 is red. Everything that ends with a 5 is green. Beautiful. Last step, name it something meaningful. Yeah. And that's it. That is how to make a multiplication table, how to do conditional formatting, and how to go in and graph.